Hello and welcome back to the Section 1 podcast. We've got a huge episode today. Absolutely huge. This is more than I think I've ever written. And we got spring training kicking off today. I'm gonna get this up. I'm gonna try to get this up before that. And I don't want to waste any time because spring training is here at 12:10 on ESPN. Padres will kick it off versus the Dodgers, and first things first. What I want the lineup to be versus what I think it's gonna be. That's the first thing I have. So, first, what I want the lineup to be. I want at short Ha-Seong Kim to lead it off. I want Jackson Merrill in left. I want Fernando Tatis Jr. in right. Ethan Salas DHing, which is unrealistic, but that's what I want. And second base, Xander Bogaerts. Catcher, Luis Campusano. First baseman, Matthew Batten. Center field, Jose Azocar. Third base, Eggy Rosario. And then what I think the lineup's going to be, I think it's Matthew Batten's going to lead off. I think Jackson Merrill will be at short. I think Fernando Tatis will be in right. I think Xander Bogaerts will be at second. Luis Campusano will DH. I think Brett Sullivan, they'll probably let him catch. And then Eggy Rosario at third base, and Jacob Marksey in center, and Graham Pauley in left. That's what I think the lineup's going to be. But I want Salas. I want Merrill. That's the main thing this spring. I just want Salas. I want Merrill. Maybe that's me being a bad fan, but I want Merrill and Salas because they have so much potential in front of them. Especially versus a team like the Dodgers, who we know that anybody they put on the mound is gonna be like, could be an ace on another team probably. I mean, we obviously want to see those guys getting to hit versus them. So that's where I'm at. What I want to see out of our starter, Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove is starting tomorrow. I'm 99% sure. Joe Musgrove, I want to see him. He doesn't need to crush the velocity. He doesn't need to break the speed of, I forget what it's called, but the radar gun. He doesn't need to break the radar gun. He's just gotta, obviously coming off an injury to end last season, still rehabbing a little bit. I just want to see a lot of strikes. I don't want to see him walking a lot of people, looking like maybe something's off. That's the last thing I want to see is him having to recover on a mental and physical note as a pitcher. And so I just want to see him hurling the breaking balls all around the zone. And I don't care if they're up. I don't care if they're down. As long as they're just not always up or they're always way too far down. And they're not. If they're not breaking well, then that's what I don't want to see. And then just well placed fastballs. I mean, I'm not. I mean, mistakes are gonna happen. It's his first thing since his first appearance pitching since not even the end of last year. So I mean, obviously things will probably not go his way, but I do want to see him placing fastballs well around the zone, and no need to chase strikeouts either. Just want to see him give the fielders some work today. Because A, they haven't got a ton, and B, I think they are really good fielders, especially if they go with my lineup that I want to see. Anyways, yeah. Let me just make sure, because I did say. Okay. Gamecast. Is he? I think it's on the MLB schedule, probably. Yes, yes. Oh, and the Dodgers have there's a Gavin Stone. Gavin Stone. I've heard him. I think I've seen him, but I haven't. I don't know much about Gavin Stone. Actually, I'm gonna go a little off to go check him out. So yes, Musgrove is pitching. Gavin Stone is gonna be pitching for the Dodgers. 2023. He appeared in 8 games. Made 4 starts. Had 1 save. 22 strikeouts. A 9 ERA and a 1.9 WHIP. More innings pitched than strikeouts. And yeah, I could find his minor league stats if I really looked, but so he's not super experienced, and I mean, I still want to see the young guys getting at bats, but I mean, he's not one of their core guys, so that's interesting. Okay, so then what I want to see out of the bullpen today is I want to see Steven Wilson first. He's a big inconsistent guy. I mean, he's been like, I don't know how to describe this. He's been consistently inconsistent. I feel like every time, you know, we do him, if he's been doing too good recently, he's not going to do well. And if he's doing too bad recently, then he's going to blow 3 sweepers right by you and walk off like he's Joe Kelly. So, I mean, yeah, I want to see him first, and I want to see him locate his sweepers. And then I want to see Adrian Morejon, who hasn't pitched nearly at all. Like, he did like an inning or 2 last year, I think. But he played a lot in 2022. And I don't think our bullpen got much better from 2022 to 2023. So it's not like a us thing. It's a him thing, and he's getting an opportunity this spring, and I want to see him. I want to see him, and I want to see him take advantage of it. So, I want one of the new international guys, Yuki Matsui or Wusa Go, to close it out. I just want to see one of them versus the Dodgers. I think it's good for them. I do believe they'll be seeing good innings versus them in Seoul. So I think that I think they should really get across these 2 days. I want to see them each get an inning in under their belts. So last one, where will not last one, sorry. Where will Jackson Merrill play? I want him to get in as much outfield as he can. I do understand that he's a shortstop at heart, but I do think he'll play there a lot, as he's starting out, and for the first half of spring training, I do think he will. But once they get the spring breakout thingy, I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys. I'm not sure if I've talked about it. I don't think I have. Spring breakout is a new thing the MLB is doing, that they host like the top something prospects of every team, and they play them at the end of spring training. So like Ethan Solis, Jackson Merrill are 2 guys that are highlighted to do that. Jackson Merrill's a maybe. He still has a shot to make the big league team, but I mean, he most likely will be in the spring breakout and go to the minors. So yeah, he's in for it, and I bet that they'll move him to left field for the spring breakout and probably go with Eggy Rosario at short, I assume, just to get, you know, all the prospects possible in. And all right, next one we got here. Will Graham Pauley / Jacob Marksy find center field? Yes, they will a lot. I want to see Graham the most. I think his power will translate the bigs better than Jacob Marcy. Jacob Marcy's a good player, don't get me wrong. He has a great swing. But I think Graham Pauley would be the better, if they had to bring him up right now. Obviously, they're probably not going to bring him up right now. So, I mean, obviously got to let it play out and see who plays well and who doesn't. But obviously questions to answer this spring. But I do think that they'll play there and probably switch with Zokar. So those three will get time. Zokar will probably see some time in right with when Tatis is not in right this spring as well. And who's the DH? I think I've said it a couple times. I want it to be Salas and Merrill just to get them at bats. But once Machado is up to it, he'll take that role probably. And, obviously due to his rehab, he'll, he needs at bats like that. And maybe it's not playing because he's not right now he's good to play in the good to bat, but he can't really field at full. So I think it's good for him if he can get a couple at bats, and so I think he will get a lot this spring. And then Batten always sneaks in there too at DH. I don't know how, but and Bogarts and Zokar will probably sneak in there too, just because they're big league guys who are gonna have big league at bats, but have guys at their positions that will be seeing time in the field. So now kind of shifting over to what I want to see out of the guys. I've grouped them up into three. The superstars, pretty self-explanatory. You could put Kim in here, but I don't think he's flashy enough yet. So Machado, Tatis Jr., Xander Bogaerts. What I want to see, good contact, not a lot of Ks. Padres started the last year with very low averages and relied on home runs for absolutely everything. I want to see these guys start off the year 300 and hitting, or like around 300, and hitting for contact will really help that, because last year, like, you'd look at these dudes' averages, like 117. There's a point Soto was in like the 091, something like that. Xander was always he was like amazing at the beginning, so he gets a very big pass. But Machado too. Machado's was really low. Tatis's wasn't super great coming back, but he got it going real quick. So yeah, credit to him. But I want to see them all around like 300, just like for the first 10 games. Obviously won't last, but probably won't last. Could last for Bogarts, but yeah, I want to see him around there. And then the middle guys, Ha-Seong Kim, Luis Campusano, Jake Cronenworth, Jurickson Profar. Good at bats. Kim gets a pass on this because he's usually puts together great at bats. But I want Campusano to be more patient and walk more. Teams won't throw him as much because of how much of a good hitter he is. And for Jake and Profar, I just need them to play like bona fide starters and not just back end guys. I just want to see them put together at bats like they're like big leagues caliber starter. Like not just like, oh, we signed you because you like San Diego and you're on the market. No, you're just here because you were fun in 2021, which, by the way, his potential was in 2021. He was like a 280, 330, 450 type of guy. And so that's, if we could get that back, that's basically adding like, not the value Soto brought us last year, but with how clutch he was and how not clutch Soto was, that's bringing pretty close to that value if he could go back to that version of Jake Cronenworth. The question marks here, I could call them the question marks just because no one knows if they're going to play, or just Jose Zokar. He's just there. So, Jose Zokar, Graham Pauley, Jacob Marcy, Ethan Salas, and Jackson Merrill. Aggressiveness. I want them swinging, unlike the others, I want them swinging early and often. Spring training doesn't count. And with the Padres looking to add to their offense through free agency, I don't think that there's going to be a ton of competition for those final spots. So take advantage of the opportunity to work versus big league guys. Again, especially against the Dodgers. They'll throw a lot of good guys at you. And just don't watch pitches go by your face all spring. Just go swing at a couple of them. And yeah, so quickly want to go over what's his Robert Snow, Jacob Snelling? No, what's his name? Robbie Snelling. I'm sorry to Robbie Snelling fans, but Snelling did get an invite up here, so he obviously is in the same time period-ish with Ethan Salas. So I want to see them at least once this year get to catch, this spring. I want to see him get to catch and play with each other, and I preferably want to see it more than just once. But yeah, I think Salas behind the dish, catching him, and Snelling, they could be all-stars together in 2027, 2028, maybe got to go a little further, but I'd say 2028. They could both be all-stars, and I think that's what the Padres need to view them as, and really get these guys going while they can. So actually, I just sprinted through all that, but yeah, for this game, I just know the Padres, obviously Dodger fans. Oh, it's Padres versus Dodgers. This is huge. We can't look at it that way. That's kind of falling into the trap. I mean, not as fans, but as players, management. Can't fall into the trap of wanting to compete with these guys so badly that we lose sight of what we really want to do. I don't think the management's doing this, but I haven't seen the lineup yet, and so I would just check real quick because we have more time if the lineup is up, but I don't think it is. I would assume not. The last thing I want Schilt and other management to do is just throw together their best lineup and not have absolutely no depth for the guys who are younger, who need at-bats and stuff. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because Tim Anderson is headed to Miami, which is great for him. He's a nice dude. Not actually a nice dude. Got in a fight last year. But yeah, Tim Anderson's heading to Miami. I actually love that deal for him. I think that's really cool. And Kodai Senga is expected to start the season on IL after he has a moderate right posterior capsule strain in his shoulder. So there's a couple news. I haven't been doing much around the league, so I'll try to do that after I find this after I look for this starting lineup. But yeah, let's see. They have one post out, but I'm not assuming that it's a roster. Oh, it is. Okay. So guys, we have it live here, and the graphic's pretty cool, actually. Okay, I can't see it on there. So, all right. So right field, Fernando Tatis Jr. leads it off. Second base, Xander Bogaerts. First base, I could have sworn they said Cronenworth was on the injured list. Because I had him in originally, and then I saw him on the injured list, and I took him. Okay, so just imagine that I put Cronenworth instead of Matthew Batten. Catcher, Luis Campusano. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. Left field, Jackson Merrill. Perfect. That's awesome. I love that. Third base, Eggy Rosario, and designated hitter, Cal Mitchell. Okay. All right. That's fine. Center field, Jose Azocar. I like that last one. Okay, so we've got a solid pretty solid. We obviously did not miss the did not get the Cal Mitchell, but Matthew Batten, yeah, imagine I switched that around. Pretty similar to what I wrote, just they actually have Jackson. I didn't think they put Jackson Merrill in left to start. I absolutely love that. So yeah, let me hit that with the repost real quick. And yes, that's awesome, and I'm so excited for that. Anyways, well, we got a little more time, so I'll go over some of the news around the league. This is just not doing much. Pirates locked up Mitch Keller and Hyun-Jin Ryu. This is what I wanted to talk about. Hyun-Jin Ryu, the left-handed pitcher that we were, at least Padres fans were looking at as someone that we could use. He is headed to the KBO on an 8-year, $12.8 million contract. 8 years, $12.8 million contract. Sorry about that. And yeah. Wait. Oh, I want to check out the Dodgers if they have their starting lineup up. That's what I'll do. Sorry, some of the internet is just so bad. Was there a dog barking at me? It's not really loading for me. It's annoying. Well, anyways, I'll just say I bet it's probably going to feature Shohei Ohtani just because they're the Dodgers and they do things like that. So, best of luck to Joe today versus Ohtani. But yeah, I do think they'll probably rest at either Betts or Freeman. I think they'll rest Betts or Freeman. They'll probably have Gavin Lux in there. They'll probably have Teoscar Hernandez will probably be out there. In center, they have, I forget who they have in center. And then they probably will have Max Muncy. So that's what I can gather. Let me try one more time with no hope at all that it'll load. Alright, well, with that being said, thank you. Let's get it today. I will, at some point in the afternoon, I will post a little reaction video to this. Probably like a 2-minute, 3-minute. Hopefully I'll be able to watch all of it. Obviously, I do have a school day to handle, so can't promise that that'll be that I'll have the full everything like under my belt or my eyes, but yeah, I will give you guys everything that I can. Let's have a great spring training, and a little bit of news about us here. I'm getting on Spotify really soon. I don't know exactly what really soon means, but as early as today, I could have episodes up on Spotify, and I don't think I'm gonna put the old ones on there. I think I'm just gonna put the new, starting with yesterday's, because of the confusion, the four-day break. So I'm just going to I'll just throw on yesterday and today's episode and everything out from there. And so, yes, thank you. Let's get it today.